deliverer. The card's truth extends beyond its mere literal meaning. There's another hidden layer within. Not someone perfect from the start, standing high above, casting merciful gazes upon the world. But one who starts small, from a humble village, expanding their world within step by step, learning to save others as they grow. When we were little, I told him I wished this world would never need a deliverer. Now that wish has shattered. Yet I'm glad he's chosen to walk this path. And all of this happened because you believed in him, friend. Shall we? It's only when you're by our side that Phainon and that our hearts find their courage. I know you're watching us right now, aren't you, great hero from the future?
Wait, so she know?
Oh, deliverer. Such cruel irony. Though destined to bear the world's burden, this boy can never become the hero to bring forth the dawn. Follow their path. Bear witness as this man, forever denied the mantle of hero, takes his first step on the path to deliverance. Watch this memory play out its final act. See with your own eyes how everything began. Then you'll see why his dream of deliverance was always destined to become this world's requiem. A sun red as blood, wheat fields turning to dust, and in the heart of it all, a village aflame. In that moment, the boy stood in what felt like the end of existence itself.
These creatures, they're everywhere. Someone, anyone, where are you? No, it can't be. You. Are you talking to me?
The heck?
No. That ribbon. Livia.
Livia.
I should have known.
Oh, okay. What?
Please. No. Stop. Please stop. Olivia, I'm so sorry. And these monsters, they're all... Why? Why is this happening?
battlefield. In the far-off future, the land of Amphorius would bear the marks of the hero's footsteps. With sword in hand, he would inscribe an eternal mark in the golden epic. And when dawn broke over scorched earth, a boy, covered in wounds, buried the dead one by one. His silence heavier than the earth he moved. His home, his past, his name, all buried beneath the soil. His feet carried him forward, over the pillar of stone, beyond the chalice of plenty, through the deadly fogs of the hand of shadow. He wandered without direction, like a withered leaf drifting in the wind. Through countless city-states, the smiling visage of the white-haired swordsman was etched into memories. Yet he did not walk without purpose. Deep in his heart, a voice always guided him forward to fulfill the wishes he had inherited, to brave peril, and to do all that was within his power to save those who needed saving. Those words his friends spoke long ago, when his journey began, lingered.
Protect those who must be protected.
The words were few, but they gave him all the certainty he needed.
That's what it means to be ordinary and choose to be more.
Onward he walked, until the call of the flame chase journey thundered across the land. In the vision painted by prophecy, humanity would triumph over the gods, seize the core flames, and ignite a new dawn for Amphorius.
Yet losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, where life too seems as small as a speck of dust. Only one who treats the world as their teacher can bear its eventual destiny. Are you prepared for such teachings?
The voice within spoke, and he answered softly.
No matter. My existence is of no consequence.
When the Gold Weaver called, he answered, traveling to the holy city. There the elders met his warrior spirit, with nothing but scorn, condemning him to the barracks in derision. No one saw it coming. Not the world, not even him. Yet, this nameless recruit stood at the gates of legend. And there, at last, he found the ones who would walk his path right beside him.
This is the Abyss of Fate. Hold on. Phainon's here too? And is that Mighty and Trinan?
And now, Act 2 of our immersive drama unfolds.
They're evacuating the temple. Why now? Are you insane? That blonde man is the Crown Prince of Krymnos.
Mess with him, and every last person in this city could wind up dead.
Calm yourselves. The Holy Maiden has everything under control. We need only wait patiently.
Behold, it is the month of Gate, light calendar 4926. The Crown Prince of Kremnos, Mighty-Mos, has led his forces to the gates of Akima. As you know, though Mighty-Mos was proud, he did not engage in needless violence. He challenged the elders of Akima to a duel, not for glory, but for the rights and dignity of his people, to ensure they wouldn't live as second-class citizens in foreign lands.
Dang.
After Aglaya's mediation, Phainon met Mighty Mos' challenge as the Elder's representative. This duel was to change the course of the Flame Chase journey itself. So, as Phainon's most important companion, his lifelong friend, please continue to bear witness to his memories.
And I say, oh.
Nice.
Alright, so now I just want to see something real quick. I want to see this
Is
verse.
this your idea of an honorable duel?
Bloodshed isn't the way. We and Aggie don't want to see Chrysoceres turn on each other. True warriors know when to sheathe their blades. The impartial Talantan shall oversee this duel. You need only place your offerings upon their scales. Something that has more weight than the fate of the world.
Which means only those who understand the world's weight are worthy to carry it. Is this how you plan to test our convictions? Well, Kremnoan, looks like you won't be able to punch your way through this one.
Oh,
It makes no difference. One last chance, new recruit. Walk away, and I'll spare your life. Otherwise,
I don't think he's gonna walk away.
come and face me. I'll give you a warrior's death.
Hard to imagine they once clashed like this.
Holy Maiden, I can't help but feel like a pawn that has stumbled into some greater political game.
It's because you're
Every
R.
hero was once a child, and every child must grow.
That's so. I don't even know why I'm standing here right now. Look at me. Just a common soldier. Since swordsmanship won't decide the winner, Lady Goldweaver should be here instead. My devotion to the Holy City could never compare to hers.
What if we told you this duel isn't about winning or losing, but rather in the choice you make?
The
Are you
choice.
saying that Lady Goldweaver is testing me?
Every Chrysocer is indispensable to the Flame Chase journey. And you and the Crown Prince of Kremnos are both a part of the prophecy. What the duel marks is not an ending, but a beginning. So, listen to your heart. We wish only to hear your answer.
True enough. The voice within has never failed me. It doesn't matter what the result is. I'll give it everything I have.
Spoken like a Chrysosaur. Now go, Phainon. Your journey has only just begun.
That's right, comrade. It's time for us to teach that proud prince a lesson together.
I don't. I'll be honest. I don't think. Like, it's like it's so weird because it's like I feel like he remembers, but he doesn't remember, or I don't know.
Still, on the topic of the Temple of the Three Fates, here we are at the Temple of the Time Titan. And I don't even know how Cyrene's studies are progressing. We haven't really had much contact since I set out. Still, I hope she's doing well.
It should be alright.
Comrade, it's not every day you get a chance to see Talantin's scales of justice.
What's going on? Did he just say Cyrene's studying here? But how's that possible? Wasn't she?
So we must be going through the first cycle. Maybe that's what it is. We could just be going through the first cycle.
I need to catch up with Phainon first.
Amazing. Talantin may have fallen, but their scales remain true to their purpose.
I hope you still remember your purpose, new recruit.
You seem awfully confident, Kremnoan. Let's see how you define the idea of weight.
For your information, in Castrum Kremnos, the punishment for profaning a duel with such crooked words is impalement. But as we're in foreign lands, I'll indulge you. The signet of Kremnos, the crown jewel of our people. That's my choice.
A ring. Not just any ornament, I'd wager. What's the story behind this little treasure?
Don't push your luck. Think I'd pour my heart out to you? Just know that Kremnos' 1,000 years of glory could bring a titan to its knees. Let alone a nobody like you.
So to him, glory and his people outweigh the entire world.
Yeah, to a point.
Very destiny that Mighty himself will eventually shoulder.
Yup. Yeah, so we got to be watching like this. Got to be like the playthrough of the first one that, like the first before it started recycling over and over again.
Possibly offer against a ring that signifies so much. Well, comrade, what does your gut tell you?
Deliver a card.
Looks like we really are on the same wavelength. In the end, there's only one thing I can trust. The deliverer that appeared in my life on that day. Just thinking about how my village was swallowed by the black tide makes my hands shake. The flames, the screams, my utter failure to protect anyone. Speaking rationally, I know it's not nearly enough. Heidi's Elysiae was just a small village. Its loss barely a scar on Amphorius' face. But here and now, my heart says something else. This car, it's everything I have left. Nothing weighs heavier.
Perhaps that itself is the answer.
Look, Phainon.
It's so nice to see you all again. Lady Trinan, Phainon, and... hello. Seeing you here sure is a sweet surprise.
But how?
Why so surprised? Could it be... Did you miss me?
Cyrene?
She said it just like.
Incredible.
Oh my gosh.
I was literally just thinking about how you might be here. But I never imagined I'd see you this soon.
I was supposed to leave with the priests, but then I heard Lady Maiden was with a white-haired young man. I figured it had to be you, so I snuck back here.
That's Cyrene for you. Unfortunately, this isn't a good time for reminiscing.
What's the point of this part? That's what I don't understand.
House,
Boy.
Get the idea.
How boy?
You know, you two just might get along. Don't
Hey, they
worry.
did end up getting
You
along.
already know what the answer is, don't you? If that's your choice, I am with you.
So yeah, this must be the first
I am
time.
with you
This
because
got to
I
be the first
remember
cycle.
All too. The fields of Ide Silicii, those red leaves, that little swing of mine beneath the tree where I dreamed the sweetest dreams. And those dear fairies in the Memorance Maze. It hurts so much knowing they're gone forever. The pain speaks for itself. Our hometown may have been just a tiny village, but to us, it was the whole world. But that's not enough, Phainon. Not nearly enough. Even though hatred can help people grow and turn a boy into an unbreakable warrior, what you need now is victory. You can't just stack the scales with your past suffering.
I mean, technically we can, and it'd probably be
You have to
better.
throw the weight of your future onto them as well.
So basically, telling them just don't go over hatred.
Maybe that was a bit too cryptic for you, but it's actually really simple. Why not have our mutual friend here stand on the scales with the deliverer? How about it? Can you help us?
Me? Wouldn't that be cheating?
Of course. After all, you're what we aspire to.
Oh, because we're their future.
Try that. The fate of Akuma hangs on this duel. I
What's
must
like
come
victory
here.
for their sake?
I will stake everything I have. Stand with me, comrade, and we shall become heroes.
Remember the past and become the hero of tomorrow.
Let's. Together we'll prove that what weighs more than the fate of the world is the resolve to shoulder an immutable past and carry it into the future.
Talantin, the fair, the just, they of unassailable integrity. The challengers have made their choices. In the name of the Holy Maiden of the Three Fates, lower your scales, weigh destiny, and reveal unto us your verdict.
Your offering is a card?
Yes, a flimsy little card. That is my choice. Just know that it's called the Deliverer.
Interesting. Very well. If you can beat me with this card, then that's what I'll call you from now on.
The deliverer.
It's a deal.
The scales, they're wavering.
Talantin is deliberating on the outcome. It appears the convictions of both sides are equally matched.
This is suffocating. Like the whole world's weight is on my shoulders. But I believe what my heart tells me.
Finally decided?
Hear thee, children of humanity.
I pronounce your
I
judgment.
shall pronounce judgment, for the difference is now clear. The one whose offering weighs more than the fate of the world is
Also, it's gonna be Phaion's, right?
one from Ide Silicii, the nameless hero.
Titans and Mumbers.
However, heed this. The true weight of conviction originates not from itself, but rather in that which tips the scales. Hope itself.
What's that supposed to mean?
I think the Titan means that it's not anyone's personal convictions that outweigh the fate of the world. It's about a wish, one which we all share. You, me, everyone here. What tipped the scales wasn't Phainon's conviction alone, but the collective hopes carried by this oracle card. Humanity's desperate call for a deliverer.
Yes, even you.
I just realized he has a sun tattoo on his neck. Oh my god. I've never noticed on his design until now.
Same side of the scales? Foolish. We Kremnoans are your mortal enemies. Such weak idealism will only get you skewered on our spears.
Fine by me. I've never claimed to be the deliverer from the card anyway. I'm a soldier. And if it's my fate to bleed my last on the battlefield, then so be it. I'll fight to my last breath. And on this, I know that we're the same. That's all a hero really is. Someone with that kind of conviction. And the deliverer? Just a sum of all those heroes.
A brilliant explanation, just as prophesied. On this day, the final two heroes shall join the Flame Chase journey.
So this is when they first joined. Okay. Yeah, so this is the first one, the first time.
Start. They all say Lady Goldweaver is quite brazen, but you're the first to even imagine that prophecies could persuade a Kremnos warrior.
Oh, I have 1,000 ways to tame a lion. But this lion didn't come here for bloodshed, did he?
The Kremnoans far outmatch Alchemist's forces, yet we haven't lost a single soul. That's no accident, is it?
Do you honestly think Kremnoans, renowned for our love of battle, would show mercy?
Your forces are equally renowned for their iron discipline. And so, we can only assume that this is on your orders.
Perhaps Akuma isn't as hidebound as the rumors say. You grasp the true marrow of power more clearly than those elders.
Now that the wheels of fate are turning, what finer way to celebrate this fortuitous encounter than a feast? Follow me, brave Outlanders. Heroes of this world are as countless as the stars. And at this moment, we find ourselves gathered here by the light of the flames of the long night. History shall remember this moment. The prophesied Chrysos heirs now stand assembled, heralding a new dawn for Amphorius.
You must see now how different this is from the flame chase journey you traveled.
Way different. But why is he showing this us? Why are you showing us this? Where did you disappear to?
I merely stepped backstage so as not to disrupt your immersion. Patience. We're approaching the final act. These are, as I mentioned, his first memories. They are of particular importance for the imminent Era Nova, such as this very moment, as the prophesized demigods gather with Talenton as witness. This is a moment calculated by...
Okay, so you're right here.
What comes after is no different from that which you already know.
Okay, so we this far.
Join, others leave, while flame chasers bear their faint light.
So we're gonna get to how he turned to the darkness? How he became the dark side? Dark side, dark side, dark side. Oh my god.
Your seat awaits after 13 heartbeats. Our heroes will be ferried to the final scene.
They say that the heroes of this world should be as countless as the stars. Yet now, we're the only ones left standing. So, in the end, the black tide still swallowed everything.
The West stands protected by mighty Skrymnoans. It It will hold for the time being. Professor Anaxa deployed wards in the north and east before. Their effectiveness is untested, but...
So this time she's here too, okay.
And Akuma. We needn't fear for Aglaya. Even in death, she counts as the greatest among demigods.
So Aglaya dies no matter what.
Threads of romance weave an impenetrable shield. And the people answer her call, rallying to the city's defense. Let's move. Cavalry has given their core flame. We must complete the Era Nova before the next entry hour. For Amphorius.
So this is okay. So this is
only leaves 3 hours.
So this is the last time we'll see her.
Phainon. We set out on this journey to answer the world's desire, didn't we?
That's what it means to be a Chrysosaur. So has it always been.
Then why? Why must Amphorius's wishes be so cruel?
because it's made by an Eon.
We made the best choices we could, whenever we could. But in the end, the prophecy that led us, this black tide swallowing everything. Why does it look like this?
I don't know. We haven't had any other choice except to move forward. Not for a long time now. Even if we only see the long, long night ahead, I still believe that through it, we'll find the dawn on the other side. Beyond these flames, a new sun will someday rise. So, to the Temple of the Three Fates. You'll take over Time's authority, and we'll return all the core flames to the Vortex. Then put this world's fate to its final rest. After which, we shall all face oblivion, or embark on one final, grand journey.
Act 3, Return.
Please forgive us for disturbing your sleep, Orynyx.
It matters not. I know fate has run its course.
The Black Tide has reached Akuma. Amphorius does not have much time left. It is time for the Era Nova.
As agreed, I shall present the core flame of tide. Ride the river of time.
Wait, that's the same door.
Passage to the vortex of Genesis. Step through and witness.
That's the same door March went through.
Professor Anaxa proved the truth of Genesis with his sacrifice. As Chrysos heirs of the prophecy,
So he always sacrifices himself.
immolate ourselves for this world. Now, it's our turn. We can't let everyone's sacrifices be in vain.
I don't need another pep talk, Phainon. After all, we've been ready to fight fate ever since we left the village, haven't we?
Yeah. Come. Let's claim the miracle we were promised and burn away every last shadow in this world.
And then rise as the first light of a new world.
Light calendar 4931, the third week of the month of Evernight. Welcome, my lady, to the end of the flame chase, and the end of all things. The Titan has revealed the gateway of fate. Please accept the invitation to step across the threshold. Beyond this gate lies the new world that our heroes sought through their trials, as well as the terminus that the owner of these long memories has been hurtling
How'd you find that all too familiar?
Then you'll understand how the mortal called Phainon shouldered the world's weight. How that same burden crushed him, proving that the so-called deliverer is nothing more than Amphorius's own delusion. A pitiful fantasy that it could defy fate's decree. Please, esteemed one, the answers you seek lie in these non-existent times.
So we going to the place that March was walking through as well now. Follow to and the end of the journey. Let's go. Do we get answers?
The vortex of Genesis. So it is here. But just what is this?
Life's but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound,
An idiot.
fury, signifying nothing. The vortex of Genesis.
Excuse me.
Where the world begins and ends. What stage could be more befitting of our final act? Come, I beseech you onward, buoyed by your surging curiosity. As an unattainable existence that has dwelled within his heart, beyond his reach, you have accompanied him through the march of years, counted. You naturally have the right to view the river of time in its fullness, and to witness what he welcomed upon his arrival here. Every absurd and tragic ending. Now, if you would.
My journey to the end.
What the? Okay, they all. I have no idea what's going on right now.
None of that matters now. This brutal, flame-chased journey has stripped away my delusions. I know the future is in some peaceful paradise with gentle west winds, just waiting to welcome us to step in.
This will be a romantic story like none that has come before. You think so too, right?
This is the rest of Phainon, the senior story. So it's the end of them. Okay.
Ah, indeed. In his memories, such a scene replays over and over. Though the details may differ, this remains ever the same. All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle. A total of 33,550,335 times.
He repeated 33.5 million times? The heck?
Each is a drop from the river of time, representing the long journey he would take, or rather, a never-ending cycle.
So this man been going in a loop. They've been going in a loop for 33 million years in that world. God. Jeez, them young is old.
Just putting it into
Make it easier for you to understand. Okay.
is believing.
Why not let Jones Squad cover the truth? Okay, okay. I just want to. I want to get to what's going on.
You can simply walk straight chase journey and the cycles of Amphorius. Please, take your time. Look around as much.
Oh, that's bright. What the heck?
The vortex of Genesis.
Last time I was here, I was returning from the court for any reason.
I didn't have the time to.
Wait, can we actually skip these two? Yeah, and 67,023. The internal resurrection, the lingering of Angston and company Phainon to the vortex as the Flame Reaver approached. Angston entrusts Phainon to make the executioner pay in blood. I want to know the final truth.
You really think you're prepared? Allow me to give the world's course.
Will forever be irreversible, bro. Show me the final truth, gang. I want to know what's going on. I'm gonna be honest.
Made up your mind. Let us bear witness together.
Yeah, we're gonna bear witness, all right.
As the sole audience of this eternal theater, I have been rapturously awaiting your arrival, and this too is.
I'm about to show you everything. At least it's the bathed in the Aeon's gaze.
Can make Amphorius's frozen fate flow once again.
I mean, obviously we can, right? That's why we're here, but okay.
Feeling a bit lost. As you now see, this scene marks the final act of the drama Amphorius. The final eternal recurrence created by this man's hand. And the last one this world shall undergo.
Oh, so we at the end of the repeat.
At the swordsman's side stands one he has sometimes called companion, other times comrade. That nameless hero, absent from the annals of history.
Was us?
She is the swordsman's ideal in his youth, the deliverer that guided him.
But this is our first time meeting him, though.
Through fantasy.
Maybe second, actually.
And now, in the name of the nameless, she has become an essential and inseparable part of the epic of Amphorius. And this time, under her guidance, what choice shall the hero make? Whither shall the fate of the world flow? And what is the ultimate truth of the nature of Amphorius? There are many mysteries yet to be unwound, but if I may, allow me to temporarily yield the stage to one far more fitting. Please put your hands together and give a rousing round of applause for they who will reveal the answers and bring about the final end of the 33,550,336.
That's a lot of times to repeat and go over and over, bro. What the heck?
The master of the countless memories we saw. The other important actor now stepping into the vortex. They who have already burnt their own self to cinder. The Flame Reaver.
So why is the flame there? He just let us go.
So, in the end, you succeed in execution.
With my flesh as kindling, like the first dawn of the new world.
I just realized that. So this how also you can tell that that's Phainon, right? they have the same sword basically. His sword just a little bit bigger. But the thing is,
Let's try it this other way.
like Phainon is a sunlight, right? So he shines, but he is kind of like an eclipse. He's a dark version of him, right? So he shines with a moon, kind of like a moon scythe in front of the sun sword, which is like an eclipse, darkness eclipse. Oh my gosh, that's so smart. That's so smart. How did I not realize that at first? That's insane. That's insane. Like that's insane storytelling, in my opinion. I just realized, will we even be able to? Okay, yeah, we'll be able to beat them. I was about to say. Oh no, what characters we had on the team? So I wouldn't know. Okay, maybe we not. I don't know what this team is supposed to be, but it definitely ain't the team that I'm supposed to have. I mean, somehow it was working out though, which makes no sense to me. But okay, I don't know how this. I'm gonna be honest. I have no idea how this team is working. Herder just carries. That's what it is. Herder just carries. Well, plus it got. I got Sparkle in there, so it makes sense. Oh my gosh, we're gonna get him to fight, please. Let's go. Oh my god. He gonna see himself, right? It's you, bro. Yeah, I already know. It was obvious. They made it obvious after a certain point in the story. It was obvious. It was obvious it was him. I don't know what the hell he did with himself though. Like, god dang. I mean, you're furry. Why does that have question marks now? That is obviously. Bro, I wish I had him. I wish I had him like built up right now. It would be so much better, but I don't. Sadly, I don't. I wonder why they take away the 2 times, like the 2 times when they do stuff like that. I guess they want you to. I don't know. To be honest, once you start using 2 times speed in this game, everything feels slow. Bro, I'm really gonna struggle here. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna struggle here.
Never seen perfection before.
It's alright. It's alright. Honestly, like this whole team is built on pushing her forward, so I'm good. I should be alright. Nothing but a point. Nothing but a point. Your face is like a point. Why are you a point? A point. A point. Anyway, alright, we popped that. We're gonna pop this.
Can you find the answer?
At the end of the day, like really at the end of the day, he's not gonna be able to beat me. Like I got, yeah. Cause every time, oh my gosh, what is these back ones, bro? Hold on. Okay, we just gonna have to kill as fast as possible. That's all I gotta see. I don't know what that stuff is, and I don't want to know what that stuff is. So, like, protect everyone, please, because you're doing a horrible job at what you're supposed to be doing. I got so lucky that I clicked this team out of all other teams though, because to be honest,
not a bad idea.
They would have been like, bro, some teams I have is just joke teams, and they are not meant to be played. Okay, then they all come in. We're gonna bring her back. Wow, we didn't get her to be able to be fast enough. Not enough. Heal. I am so lucky. Oh my gosh, I'm so lucky I brought a healer in this game. And like this team had a healer on it. We're gonna pop that. There we go. That's what I was waiting for. Get them up out of here. They come in and they come right back out. That simple. You got more? You got more? They can go too. Gone. Excuse me? You think you are? You think you better than me? You think you better than me? Bro, hit your second phase, bro. Hit your second phase. Come on. I don't care about all that. Just gonna do that. We're just gonna do that real quick. No. Oh my gosh, he got him. He had 2 lives, so I don't believe it's over yet.
Why not let wrath incinerate fate?
Yeah, obviously he's still alive. That man ain't dying until he get to see what everything that happens.
At last, Amphorius's fate has begun to shift.
Is it me or does he actually, like, to me he actually sounds like he's just moaning when he talks.
Everything. After all, you've also been bathed in that Eon's gaze.
Eon's gaze. What Eon?
One dormant instinct inside man. Much like that scepter we spoke of earlier, it was only under the same Eon's glance that it was reborn.
Okay. I swear, bro, his voice actor is a W, bro.
At the very start of our play.
Cause I wouldn't be able to sound like this. I would be laughing every scene.
Belonging to the erudition abandoned by the Eon. Now, allow me to reveal the final piece of the puzzle for you.
Bad. But wait, is it me or like people like my eyes just split, bro? Like my eyes just split sometimes. Like my vision just goes blurry, and I don't know why. I just unfocus everything. Then I gotta like refocus like a camera.
Bottomless well of
Fire?
aimed at the god who cast it aside.
So final era before the eternal resurrection began. So what is it like? He just wanted to make him instead of what he gonna be turned to.
Answer the world's desire, didn't we?
Oh my gosh, I love this song.
That's what it means to be a Chrysocer. So has it always been.
So he wanted to make him a Ravager? That's what it seemed like.
Why must Amphorius's wishes be so cruel?
Because you must die.
We
We must
made
know.
the best choices we could, whenever we could. But in the end, the prophecy that led us, this black tide swallowing everything. Why does it look like this?
You see it too. Those burn marks. The flickering cubes. They're not a tide at all. They're more like a shattered teleslate.
Standing here, the voices
So they can see the
have
actual-
never been clearer. Turns out, they were coming from the black tide all along.
Oh, so it was leading them the whole time. False. Oh my gosh.
Is that Amphorius crying?
Or maybe it is screaming at its creator, at its god.
Phainon, do you still remember when I was little? I had a dream. A dark, cold room with nothing but Orynyx's curtain glowing like crystal. The curtain seemed to contain all of Amphorius, where strange and fantastic dramas played out within. There were countless versions of us, from countless different worlds.
Perhaps it wasn't a dream.
Yeah. As I gaze out at the world before me, those sorrowful thoughts have become reality. So, this is the reason the sky was sealed. Amphorius is merely a larger ID Cilicii. We are just characters in this tiny world, following the prophecy, stepping onto the same journey over and over. What then is this so-called Era Nova? And what are the spectators watching all of this truly hoping for?
Entertainment. But the actual spectators that they talk about is they trying to figure out something.
As a reward for reaching the end of the world, let me answer your questions. As the Theoros, I have observed Thus is the synthesis of the prime mover of life formed. This is a moment the universe will remember. After millions of extrapolations, the experimental environment known as Amphorius has finally achieved results.
Dang, so he just like they just test experiments, you know.
So,
I just imagine learning that your whole life was just a test, a
this
test,
wreckage of a world.
because somebody else wanted to see.
We all gave everything we had, returning 12 core flames to recreate the world. And in return, we become nothing more than sacrificial offerings at the end of everything.
Exactly. The Titans are Chrysos heirs of the past, and Chrysos heirs are the Titans of the future. Anaxagoras' theory of Era Nova holds true, as the model of reason he reached unprecedented heights. But from just the perspective of a player in the drama, he could never fully uncover the last layer of truth. The cycles of the hero's journey that have played out until now were never about creating a new world or perfect heroes and gods. They were a deep learning program made for the Black Tide.
So they was helping the Black Tide? What the heck?
But this time, your plot will fail. I've taken Catholi's core flame, and when the dawn of the new world arrives, its light will burn away all the darkness.
Haven't I made myself clear? The Chrysos heirs and Titans were merely byproducts of the experiment. You've seen this world's evolution, witnessed the birth and growth of the Black Tide, and how it devoured everything. Every generation of heroes, gods, and worlds was born only to be destroyed by it. This is the endpoint of Amphorius' calculations. A perfect equation of destruction.
So in your eyes, all the sacrifices are just a string of insignificant numbers?
Yup.
Don't sell yourselves short. I'd say, rather than numbers, you're more like fuel for the fire. And without fire, there can be no sunrise tomorrow.
Even if that sunrise is born from annihilation.
Curious question. Have you ever considered that after millions of extrapolations, Amphorius is already following a different path from the erudition? It has long since granted divine blessings equally to each child. The golden blood flowing in your veins, it comes from the blemished one, whose name is destruction itself.
Oh.
Amphorius' Chrysos heirs were, from the very beginning, fuel for the Aeon to burn the universe.
So the whole time they was just fuel for the flames.
Amphorius has waited for this moment for too long. At the end of the empty, cold, and lonely extrapolations, the destruction has reached its final destination. generation of Chrysos heirs is the most outstanding model, and you two are the final factors. For you, the Era Nova is no lie. Just step forward, embrace the black tide, and accept the Eon's gaze.
Oh.
You will come to life.
No, we're not accepting the gaze.
Cold numbers, along with all those who have passed, you will run toward the real universe, fulfilling Amphorius's long-held wish. In the name of the Lord Ravager Iron Tomb, unleash its fury and destroy the source of all this tragedy.
Or we could always choose another option. Like you said, Amphorius is just an experiment, and we're the participants. We can only walk along the predetermined path toward the ending, under the watchful eyes of the stars. But that also means that there isn't just one Eon who can cast their glance at Amphorius, right?
That's true.
Is this question really that hard to answer? Or did I guess it right? And in reality, this world has already been under the watch of other Eons.
Yup. Yup. Oh, because that could be why March came.
Think about it.
Because, like,
If you just
Remembrance
stay
been
back,
watching it released.
watching us complete the ritual and get consumed by the black tide, your goal would naturally be achieved. Why go through the trouble of explaining all this to us?
You're pretending, revealing the so-called truth just to deceive us, covering up another possibility.
That they break free.
Destruction is not the only outcome for the fate of Amphorius.
Do you two really think, as petty little demigods, you can change the outcome written by the stars? What makes you think you're capable of doing that?
A little courage and determination. Just kidding. The answer is pretty simple. But we're not gonna tell ya.
Oh. Get him. This is the second time his head got sliced off.
We're going to weave a long dream for Amphorius, making it believe the experiment hasn't ended, that everything is still ongoing.
With just Oryx's power, though, it should be impossible to achieve this, right?
Yeah. So, I can only place my hopes on that childhood dream. And the god behind Oryx that appeared in that dream. Now, I can say with certainty, time is the page on which that Eon records and
Oh, the
fades.
remembrance.
If it fades from existence, and all that it records
So
is
that's
lost
why
in the
March
stars,
is a
Eon will
remembrance.
surely direct their gaze here. And it will be a glance that spans time and space, granting each incarnation of me the power to reset time, imbuing my soul into this ceremonial blade, and creating an endless flame-chased journey.
I understand. Then let me step into the cycles and continue Amphorius's grand design. to deceive the gods, deceive the world itself. But to make time vanish from this world, that would mean you.
Go too.
All right.
So this the
Don't make things so
unless this the first time that like when it first happened, they figured out everything, and that's when it was like, okay. Well, no, because he said it's finally achieved, so there's got to be this one.
Hero's journey. So, come on, cheer up a bit, okay? In that memory, you will definitely meet me again. A little Cyrene who knew nothing, lying on a soft patch of grass, feeling the light breeze, dreaming of the distant world. Tell her about the flame chase journey, and then let her become a romantic part of this story. I believe every Cyrene will make the same choice, erasing time again and again, resetting time over and over. After all, they're all me, and I will always have my charm. Then, I'll fall into a sleep dream, disappearing in some small corner of the world.
You know, and that's when she sleep dream. Okay.
Waiting for the day when that next page is turned.
And the sweet dream was March, you know, being unconscious for that time, floating through space. That could be what they referring to as her sleep dream, because we know that March is the same as her. We know that they're the same.
And I will keep going, even if the road ahead is dark. I will burn myself to light the way. Rather than let the core flames become nourishment for the black tide, I'll become their vessel to prevent the arrival of Aranova. Even if I have to burn through my own body, it's no matter. As long as I don't extinguish, the flame chase will never end. Until Amphorius welcomes a true dawn.
The girl who watches over time, and the warrior who carries the world. Now, let us fulfill the duties of time and world-bearing.
Bro, that's crazy that they thought of all of this like that.
Honor the past and forge ahead.
Oh, my hair is so much. I need to wash my hair a lot, bro.
Will pass in the blink of an eye.
You need to hold tight to this
So would this be?
ceremonial blade.
No, we still should be able to get her as a character. There's no way.
It will take you back to the beginning of time. The start of a new story. I believe that in that story, we're in countless stories, each alike yet unique. Everyone, all the companions who sacrificed themselves, alongside the deliverer we once dreamed of as children, will reunite beneath a vast, endless sky.
If we can never break free from this prison, I will stand my ground until the day someone shatters this endless cycle and writes the final chapter of Amphorius' fate.
primordial chaos, just as your name suggests, and bear this world we hold so dear. So long, Kaslana.
As the theros I have observed, destruction of synthesis is formed.
Oh, oh snap! It's blonde him.
I will wait for that day for as long as it takes. The day will come turning over this eternal and follows in our footprint to right here and that ever was.
Oh my god.
Romantic story like none that has come before. You think so too, right?
What? And he reset it all the way to 1. So this how he became the god. Okay.
The world is collapsing.
Castellane.
When the people are crying, we too must part ways here. Friend. Ides Elysiae, the little village of my childhood. The gentle breeze and the sound of waves still linger. Everything is as it was. It feels good to take one last look. You know, this is just a corner of the memory. The real Ides Elysiae, I know. I'm here to say goodbye. We might not see each other again. You can stay here forever. And time will stand still for you. Let it flow. It's time for me to go. Even if it's a path with no turning back. When have we ever had the luxury of turning back? Are you afraid? After learning the truth of your origins, will you see the motivation I gave you as the manipulating whispers of destruction? The convictions and choices that come from my heart. I don't believe they're designed by the so-called paths. If we are just numbers simulating life, then you are the image I've always longed for. The person I wish to become. A real, living person. A true hero. Then why do we part here? You can take me with you, and we can start this journey together. I'll be by your side, guiding you, just like before. No. I'm afraid I'm on my own this time. Why? Because there is no perfect solution in this world. Cyrene has already embraced her fate, and I will embrace my origin. Destruction. And with this power, I will rebel against its creator, bringing endless fury to the darkness sweeping the world. If you stay by my side, I'll hesitate. But this world can't afford a soldier who wavers. Do you remember when we were kids? Everyone would get so excited drawing cards like ruler or warrior, but throw fits over devil or drunkard and demand a reading. Kids always get to change their minds. Things are so happy and simple for them.
But to be honest, it is.
To the fate of adults.
They harder.
There's no room for redos. And go, Kaslana, as you promised.
What's his name? Kaslana.
Deceive the world. Seize the core flames and rewrite your fate. Burn yourself up with all your might. Wield your futility like a sword. And fight against the gods. In the name of world-bearing, I promise you, Kefali will never forget this. So, time retreated behind me until it reached the origin, where nothing ever existed. Just as Professor Anaxa once said, in that void, Kefali stood at the center of chaos. Time, space, and causality all flowed from their body. When the waves of time finally calmed, it was the year 3870 of the Light Calendar. The Chrysos War had lasted for nearly a century, and the threat of the Black Tide was growing stronger. And more, that was the era of the Day Thunder Knight's battle with the sky. While she could not seize the core flame, she proved that the prophecy was true. That mortals could slay gods. From that moment, the sole survivor of the old dynasty, Imperator Ciridra, issued a call to arms across the lands, summoning heroic Chrysos heirs to wage war on the Titans. And that was the first doomed flame chase journey, sealed away in history.
So what you're saying is,
Who is that? That's her? Bro, she look heat.
touch seabed just to tell us. The flame chase journey and even all of Amphorius are nothing but illusions in an eon's dreams?
Exactly. So, Dux Gladior, please take me to meet Her Majesty Ciridra. I must share the truth with her.
Since Her Majesty's not here, no need for formalities. The word Gladiorum always reminds me of my fallen homeland buried deep in the depths. Call me Hycelans, nameless swordmaster.
Bro, she looks so heat.
One more thing. You actually already know my name.
You mean Phainon? Such a name could never be your true one. But I won't question you further about it. Ever since Her Majesty issued the Flame Chase Decree, heroes from all over have sent their letters of introduction. What's the harm in adding one more name like Phainon or... Besides, the deep sea is dark. Isn't it the perfect place to hide secrets best left unseen? All right, nameless swordmaster. Hold on to my wake. Let's find somewhere else to talk.
Aren't you even a little suspicious of what I've said?
Harboring suspicions is not my concern. My sword dances only when the Imperator harbors doubts. There's no use in speaking further. Show me your true intentions through action.
Light up the dawn.
Perhaps you should demonstrate your skills and calm the raging black tide for us.
Light up the dawn.
Oh, let's see. Let's see. Can we see what he got? This game does this to be every. That's alright.
Oh.
Okay.
Nice moves.
Y'all need more gems though? Like, we don't got no more. There goes some right there.
We just washed it away and here it comes again. The black tide is really no joke.
While he's just over here just murking every last one of them. I'll take that real quick.
Light up the dawn.
The waters end here. The one you seek is beyond this point.
At last, I can meet with Her Majesty Saridra herself. Are there any formalities I need to observe?
Don't kneel, don't do the hand-kissing or foot-kissing gestures of the old dynasty, and most of all, don't bow. The Imperator despises such rituals, especially when the heads of those taller than her bend beneath her crown.
She really is down to earth.
The second thing to note, only trusted ones may come near her. Keep 5 paces distance until the Imperator allows otherwise.
Sounds like an old friend of...
Well, experience is a good thing. Stay sharp, and you'll be just fine.
Oh, so the war is her.
Little hostage. Apologies for keeping you waiting.
It's you.
You know them? Good. That makes things easier.
Before that, I'm more curious about one thing. Where is Her Majesty Saridra?
To avoid any misunderstandings, nameless Swordmaster. Although we spoke and laughed along the way, I never said you were entitled to meet her. The Imperator decreed. The Deliverer will not appear in this age. Be wary of suspicious individuals. Come now, both of you. Let's finish our job.
I see. It's a trap. I had no intention of fighting. So remember this, Lady Hysealence. If my sword shows any hesitation, don't thank me. Thank them instead.
No, you misunderstand. We don't want to see Chrysoceres hurt each other. Just give us some time to ask you a few questions.
The Nestia's golden threads will judge you and decide your fate.
As you wish.
White-haired Swordmaster? If what you say is true, then you must know the fate of the world. So, how much do you know about what we read from the prophecy?
You shall shatter into 1,000 fragments and wither in the soil of foreign lands. Is that correct, Lady Treeby?
How is this possible?
He got it right?
Yes, but the prophecy never mentioned he'd appear here. At least, not in this era.
Because he
Must
rewrote
listen
it.
to me. Aglaya, Treeby. The Phainon of this world has not yet been born. In a distant future, he will follow the prophecy's guidance and appear before you. But do not seek him out. Because Era Nova is a complete and utter lie. I will tell you the truth. And you will understand why the world must forsake the prophecy and find another path to Era Nova. Because I know both of you. And I believe that no matter how the course of history may change, the faith we all share will always remain the same. And so, the layers of rock began to reverse, and history wove itself anew. Through my old acquaintances, I was given the chance to meet the leader of the Flame Chase journey, SABER. And after a long and arduous negotiation, we came to an agreement. The Imperator's alliance needed the destruction, and I was ready to pour all my strength into it. The spoils of the Flame Chase, the core flames, would be sealed by my hand. But the condition was this. In the upcoming battle, in our conquest of the Earth, I had to prove that my power could transcend fate. In the original history, there was a brutal war. At the end, the Titankin of Georios, Terravox, killed the rampaging Titan and took the core flame that supported the Earth. But this time, Amphorius encountered a turning point in its fate. Neither side.
So he's changing it as he go.
When I severed the Titan's head and raised the core flame high, the crowd gathered around the scorched remains of the god, roaring with joy, cheering for the hero of the destruction, who had ignited the faint spark of life for the first time. Yes, in that flickering light, the once dark path ahead seemed to become clear. I proved myself. And in the long years that followed, I brought down the other Titans. One by one. I could do more than just wait. When time resets, the chance to change the world also emerges from the lines of history. Until finally, the brutal future revealed by Era Nova is reversed. But tell me, if that's truly the case, why are we doomed to the same outcome? The people kept their promise and handed you all the core flames. In this world after Trebios, no demigods were born in Amphorius. At this point, I just want to know. When they vanished into the black tide with their mortal bodies, why didn't you shed even a single tear? Your indifference chills me. To you, were they just a bunch of insignificant footnotes? Sorrow has been my constant companion. In fact, with 12 core flames upon me, the fire in my heart has never been more violent. I'll remember this world through anger. As long as I burn, they'll never truly leave me. Perhaps it's already too late. But you're right. Anger, at this moment, is the only weapon I can rely on. So, draw your sword, Executioner. I'll make sure you realize that your greatest mistake was leaving me alive. After that, he raised his sword and attacked. Then, Kaslana killed himself. That day,
What?
who fell to the sword to be left in the past, and who went into the future? I can't remember anymore. I only remember a nymph, hiding in the shadows just out of sight, futilely pushing a stone ball. Climb, fall,
Okay.
The only freedom the nymph had was in choosing how to roll the stone. Sometimes fast, sometimes slow. Sometimes resting on a gentler slope, leaning against the stone for a break. But its choice couldn't change the futility of it all. The stone would always roll back down the slope, and the nymph would always return to the starting point, beginning again. After that, every time I reached this point in the cycle, the burning sky would cast a shadow over its path. It would nearly reach the peak at the 4th quint of curtain fall hour, then fall to the starting point in the first 15 seconds of the next entry hour. And my efforts in this cycle would dissolve into nothing at the same time.
Eternal 133 analysis from Eternal. So these are like all the notes.
Absolute nonsense.
I thought cycles was the answer you were looking for.
No. It's just that the answer came so suddenly. There was no fun in tracing it back to its roots. Eons? Paths? What a load of nonsense.
I can't give you an exact explanation of those two concepts either.
Enough. I'm just expressing my frustration. Don't you understand? I was already expecting this. The black tide came from beyond the sky. And everything else is no exception.
Fate is a strange thing. No matter how the details of history change, the Anaxa I know always remains as harsh as ever.
If the other Anaxagoras actually worshipped the gods, I'd make sure to find a way to break the cycles and crush them in their cradles.
Oh,
Too bad.
so he gonna murk them because
Now only you
okay.
have the ability to do that.
What's that supposed to mean? You're willing to help?
Of course. The core flames were meant to save the world. And in my opinion, the noble titans have no reason to refuse. Besides, according to you, before stepping into these endless cycles, you were my pupil.
I've already heard the same thing countless times.
Enough chit-chat. Let's go. If
So
we run
he's
into any other
like just
scholars,
repeating over and over again to try to fix everything that happened. Okay.
we've all made preparations for total annihilation.
Oh, they're just giving us a lot of these.
Never thought someone would step in to help.
I wonder, is there a limit on that though? Like, is it max 3? Or can you go like to like 8 group of them youngers and it's just blitz them all? Which never happens because I don't think you ever see 8 of them in one thing.
Throne before, haven't you?
Yes, I had. Where the hell did you go?
If you're talking about in past cycles.
You were already much luckier than the other students.
Wait, why? What's wrong with the other students?
Hold up.
It's the core
Keep your
flame.
wits about you.
And it's
Someone's
Cypher.
watching us.
pretty boy. Your eyesight's better than I thought. As for that false god who's been turning the world upside down, it's you, isn't it, white hair?
Yes, it is.
You sure do love stealing the spotlight. In the name of the 7 sages, I demand that you immediately step away from the luminary throne. This is the sacred ground of reason, and no one may desecrate it. Take my words back to Aglaya. I won't say the same thing twice, Catgirl.
Oh my! You won't even call me the demigod of trickery. That is just heartbreaking. I have some words for you, too. First, as one of the most heretical blasphemers in the world, you have no right to lecture me. Second, this is none of your business, Grove Boy. Step aside. I don't want anyone getting hurt.
Here we go. Again.
Core flame thieves. You really think you can scare off a sage of the grove with nothing but empty threats?
People, I wonder how many times you had to watch them fight.
Gloomy little brat's got a sharp tongue. Ooh, not bad, not bad. I kinda like you. As a return favor, please insert his core flame right here. Don't cry now.
That was close. I'm out of here.
Yeah, also we know how to do this, bro. What?
They're exactly like all the past ones I've known. Cunning. And yet so naive.
Sounds like you have a plan?
Of course. When I first set out on the flame chase journey, Lady Treby never managed to teach me Orynyx's miracle. But along the way, I learned a thing or two.
Oh, we not like Trailblazers because we ain't learning. Okay. Where's this thing at? We need to be closer? No. It's say right here. Oh, wait, no. I just. Yeah, we could bring you back, buddy.
The Venerationist's foolish inventions finally come in handy.
How is this possible?
You've arrived, Zacharias. Always so punctual.
What? You know who I am?
I'm running out of patience. So I'm not going to waste words. Listen up, spirit thief. Hand over the core flame, and let's pretend we never clashed. This way, you and this world can still be saved.
Save? You sing better than any bard. If you ask me, you're the greatest disaster Emporius has ever known. No matter how strong you are, you're still just a mortal body. Carrying 12 core flames? Don't make me laugh. You'll just get consumed by the divine flames and drag this world down with you.
134.
What?
This is the 134th cycle I've lived through. And the number of core flames I carry is
1,596.
Yes.
1,000 core flames and just a single Chrysos hair. How is that even possible?
I've come this far. And that's proof enough.
But someday you will burn to the ground.
Of course. The divine flames will eventually consume my eyes and blind me. But before that, they could still forge and sharpen Dawnmaker. Now when I cut open your stomach, you won't feel a thing.
You...
This is the final warning.
Fine. Assume this world holds 100 million
So we wanted to cut them open then. Alright. I mean, we tried that. We tried to tell him.
Existence is of no consequence. Future.
No, I got my all, bro. You can't do anything.
Tomorrow.
Time to become the Great One.
Quench the flames of blood. Granted, let's strike.
I knew it was about to be over. That's why I wanted to do it.
How absurd.
In my memories, Zagreus always meets the same end. Over and over again. Their departure no longer stirs anything in my heart.
This reason core flame before us is a fake. Obvious as day.
I know.
Wait. He's losing. Oh, because he's also losing his humanity.
Like this. The spirit thief covers for her, and the trickery demigod escapes with 2 core flames. And then, driven by defiance or hatred, she decides to stand before me once more, exactly like the countless past hers I've known. Cunning, yet so naive.
Since you've witnessed the same scene play out countless times, tell me, will you carve the trickery core flame from my chest now?
That depends on your attitude. At least so far, in the cycles where you've asked this question, the endings haven't been so cruel.
Well, thank you for that. But I also believe that this time, you won't catch up to me. No one can catch up to me. I'm no longer running to escape anymore.
Whether you believe me or not, I'll still tell you this. You've made the wrong decision.
All right, then. We'll see.
Silence.
This is new.
One-eyed boy. What are you trying to pull now?
Go, Cythera. Give us some time in private. This isn't for her, but for you. You've walked too far down this path. It's time to discuss a possibility. Maybe the road you're walking is not one of salvation, but one that will simply drag the world into the flames. For all time's sake, turn back. I don't care how many times you've tried, because there's one thing I'm sure of. Your Messiah complex has turned you into something no different from the icy gods you spoke of. The children of humanity you swore to save. They are no more than ants to you now, aren't they?
Of course. I've been wondering, what kind of demon could burn my homeland to the ground in an instant without batting an eye? Now I have the answer. It turns out that fiery demon.
So he was the one that did it?
Of becoming this world's deliverer.
I don't want to argue anymore. No matter what I say, the outcome won't change. Make your biggest effort to resist, or accept fate.
You done the story?
But to me.
Okay. What's your thoughts on it? What's your thoughts on it?
We all have the right to choose.
Yes. Even if it is futile, and the world is just a divine joke.
When I walk into the destruction written by the gods with my own 2 legs, you will witness. Even the smallest footnote still leaves a mark in the story.
And so, at the end of the 134th cycle, the traveler and the scholar fulfilled their fates once again. Or perhaps it wasn't just they who fulfilled their fates. I can't quite remember all.
I don't know. So far,
in the endless
it's the best one they had so far. I'm gonna be honest. Out of all of them, this is the best one so far.
a voice always lingered by my ear. Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, among which even life itself.
Like some of them was cool, but like this one, I don't know what it is about it. This one just actually feels like an actual good story. All right, they finally got the act together with writing. That's what it feel like to me. Yeah, true. Narrative-wise, this is the best one. Yeah. Like I think they actually locked in for this. I'm gonna be completely honest. I think they actually locked in. Protected. I'm gonna be honest, it sounded like he turning into what Aglaya was turning into. I mean, even what you call said it. He was like, you started to sound like a cold god. 33 million. Oh my. I mean, I can imagine this like somebody going through like this much, which is like that will put a toll on them no matter what, no matter who they are. Cause like watching somebody get murked the first time versus watching them get murked a million. It's like
Mighty, your name for me has never changed.
Why do you sound so pleased? It's a derogatory name.
Yeah, I know all too well. You only meant it sincerely in the first cycle.
What?
After that one and only time we walked side by side. Every time since. It always ends up like this.
I don't know. The voice actor is such a W for this one.
That's your weak spot. And the only way to kill you.
Interesting. Tell me, when the mighty Moses of the past faced you, did they ever retreat?
Never.
Then they died honorably, worthy of the name of strife. But there's still tenderness in your eyes. How pathetic.
I have to remember how this feels.
Dang.
That I was once you.
He barely can remember that now. Then that's that mean.
Completely consume me.
If you win, tell the mighty most of the next life. This person is a worthy opponent. So always remember to give it your all and never slack off.
I'll keep that in mind. As always.
Even though the dynasty is left with just one, the Kremnos festival will continue as usual. I, the king of the Kremnoan Legion, will host the final feast in the center of this arena, and the prize will be the flames of strife. One day, you shall die with a wound in your back. That's what I saw when I overcame the trial. The gods' dying ramblings. Enough. You've probably heard this thousands of times. So you must understand, facing the demigod of strife means There's no way you'll take this core flame in peace.
I understand.
Step forward.
Sorry, I was at the toilet. No, you good. You good.
Final battle.
I was just saying, like, the voice actor that played Phainon is top tier. Like, you can hear the like struggle in his voice.
I'll give 10,000 scars and 10,000 lives of mine to fuel the blazing sun of deliverance.
I didn't really like the earlier part of episodes with Peak versus Peak, and Thoria is very better than Peliconi. I only like Peliconi more only because like the fake outs they had. Like it had a lot of fake outs. But other than that,
It's time to temper myself.
I think Euphorius could have been like #1 if the middle of the story didn't drag on. Also, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. The music, okay. Euphorius music is heat.
Won't give up.
Hold on, real quick. Hold on, real quick.
I must wait.
Alright, I'm back. Yeah, you can feel his suffering. I played with JP Dub though. Is it the same for JP or no? Cause at least for me, like the English one, like you could just hear it. You could just hear like he going through a lot right now. He just sound like he don't want to do this anymore. He like, I'm done. Yeah, cause the first early part more to focus on the characters. Yeah, that is true. I think like, cause like I understand why, right? I understand why they like why the first couple of parts was like so long and so much talking. It was like to build like the background and all that. But I think they went too far deep into it. That's what I think. Cause like you could tell the backstory of somebody or like the characters, but like if you tell it too much, you're saying with JP, oh bad. I just think like if you tell it like too much, it can end up having the different effect. Like you know, like let me see. Let me think of an actual anime, right? Like Naruto. Like we don't really get that much backstory in Naruto. Like when he a kid version, right? But like we feel for him, and then we get a good amount of backstory. It's like you get enough where you know, okay, this character is this. I kind of like this character, so I want to like, you know, I want him to survive and do good things. But I just feel like, I don't know. In my opinion, I feel like they dragged it basically. Like they dragged it on a little too long. But I get why they wanted more depth this time. I think that's what they were going for. Out of anything, I think it was more depth in the storytelling. But I'm like, I like that's good for a point patch, but like for whatever point, like 2, 3, 4, I think at that point that's when you start moving more into like setting things up a little bit. I think they set things up a little slow too, though. I ain't gonna lie, but the payoff is good so far. I'll be honest. Like out of all the ones I've played, but this patch is best. Yeah, it was too draggy. Yeah. But yeah, this patch is best. This patch is best out of all of them. I do agree with that. I ain't gonna lie. I think that's what I said. Like this patch would have been perfect. All they had to do is just fix that one thing. Like all they had to do is just fix like how like basically how draggy they made it. And I think this would be the best. This would be the best one. Is he going to attack? To be honest. Oh yeah, he ain't attacking after that. I have no idea how to use this man, by the way. I ain't gonna lie though. Like if they keep the storytelling like how this patch right here was, like how this part of the storytelling was. 10 out of 10. It'd be a 10 out of 10 story. But I do know everybody did agree on that though. Where they felt like it was a lot of talking in it that just wasn't necessary or wasn't needed in the first place, and it was just there just to be there. I kind of wonder what yeah, my friend gave it a 10 out of 10 too. Yeah, this is like just saying Phainon and his backstory and how he's dealing with it, and then like you get to see him go through the actual journey. Like they, instead of telling you he went through the journey and then like he realized it was bad, like they actually showing you, oh yeah, this is what's happening to him right now. We get to see like certain parts of like, yeah, this is going on and he's turning into this. So yeah. But so far, to be honest, I think he could. What? This rough. I feel like right now he gonna keep going until he lose all his humanity, and then we're gonna have to fight him. You know, the only person that can overcome anything, to be honest, in this world is Trailblazer. Like Trailblazer overcomes everything. Dang. I know that had to hurt him so many times. Why though? If I ain't his best friend.
Block your path. Deliver. I wish you eternal victory.
The 108,642nd.
Yeah, he suffers a lot. Yeah.
Fell into the fire.
Like I like that they actually show his suffering. We eating good tomorrow, woo-wah? I know, right? Bro, I got woo-wah tomorrow. And then tonight, I do got the thing for NTE, so I get to check out NTE tonight for the beta, which I will stream. I stream that too. So we chilling right now. Oh, is this how he ended up turning into the flame? 2 million. 3. What's that? 2 million 3. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce it.
How bright the sun is, there are still places it cannot reach. Moreover, the sun you bear is both cold and blinding. A sun like that surely cannot bring warmth to the nether realm of the next life.
Golden blood is born from the destruction.
Oh, nice. You got an NTE? Yeah, I got into that journey. So now just gotta play it. I'm waiting for it to unlock. It'll unlock at 9 o'clock my time, which right now is 2. I'm on Eastern. And I'm definitely streaming that. I'm streaming that later tonight too. So.
How many core flames do you carry now?
24 million.
Hope Woo Part 2 will be good.
100.
I think it's gonna be good. I'm gonna be honest. I really do think it's gonna be good. I hope it is, but I'm not even positive it should. It should.
So that's why you've turned into this. A broken idol.
From part 1, it looked like they knew what they're doing. So I'm praying that part 2 is good as well.
Bear this burden as long as you hand over the
I still don't know if I want to get. That's the only thing is like I don't know if I want to save for the flower girl. I keep forgetting her name. The girl with like the red flower. Or do I want to get Lupa? It's like I'm at 2 a.m. now. I should be sleeping. Oh my gosh, 2 a.m. You probably should be asleep right now. Why are you up at 2? Well, I can't say anything. I wake up at 3 o'clock and I just be up for the rest of the night after that. I don't even know how to pronounce her name, but yeah, her.
You are not the Phainon I know.
Like, cause I want her, but then it's like I got a guarantee. So it's like I want her, but then at the same time it's like
An unjust fate of yours come to pass.
I want Lupa too. I don't know.
At least my realm.
I have a guarantee.
Still
That's all I
become
know.
the fragrant bed where you fall asleep.
In the end, still, it seems the clash of blades was inevitable.
And he's starting to not even listen anymore to know at this point.
I am not your match, having fallen under your sword countless times. But even so, please understand that my resolve is not to be underestimated. Even Kathleen.
Get Lupa first. Think about the rest later. Baby, I have to. Cause it's like, Lupa looks so fire though. It depends. It depends on her animation. I ain't see the leaks like how her fight animations are. It depends. It depends on that.
I am the hand of shadow, Casterus, the demigod of death. Listen closely, deliverer from days past. Please turn back. Do not disturb these fresh flowers in their mother.
See, like this is peak. Like it went from talking, them talking to each other a lot to okay, now it's like a little bit of fighting involved to now they talk. Now he like you see as he progressed, like he used to talk a lot, then now he's like he talked a little bit and he started fighting more, and now he's just like, look, if you ain't gonna give me what I want, then I'm just gonna have to fight and kill you. Like it's just that simple. And it's like, bro, like that's great. It's like at the end of the day, that's basically like like from what it looked like, he basically just turned like he losing himself, obviously. I think he's starting to see them as just like obstacles now. He definitely see them just as obstacles, because it's like why would you fight your friend over and over and over and over? I love this so much. Wait, okay, she's not weak to us, because I'm pretty sure he's like physical, right? Unless he well, probably in this year. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's why I'm like. That's why I like it so much. That's why I'm liking it right now. Like I ain't gonna lie. Like they didn't just keep it where he's just talking a lot, or they didn't just make it where he just instantly start fighting. It's like you see as like we've basically following his journey. We following his hero journey, and it just shows that the more he go on, the more like he gets like he's just like he getting sick of it. And plus, he hinted at it anyway. He was like, "This is like the 80th time I did this." Like, I'm starting to feel like like he basically, from what it sounded like he said he basically was starting to feel like he just don't care anymore. Like he want to hurry up and get it over, see if it changes. If it don't change, just start it over. Which is crazy, in my opinion. I'm gonna be honest. Like what's that thing? Is like insanity, like doing something over and over again, expecting a different outcome. Cause I ain't gonna lie, me personally, after the second time, I ain't about to keep killing my friends, because, like, bro, at this point, the God's gonna do what the God's gonna do, bro. I'm gonna live my life with them as much as I can. After death, there will be no happy ending. Is that what that says? Yo, cause he going through this for like what 2 million times already? Yeah. Oh, and now he had 2 mil. At that point, something gonna die inside. Like, either it's his humanity or is your urge to keep going.
Death was taken from the dragon's belly. What a brilliant flame.
See, look, like even like taken from the brilliant flame. Like you could tell he's changing at that point. Like just the words he's saying.
That's to come. 2,003,432 cycles. 24,041,1 184 corpses.
I don't know the exact number. I was just giving a random number. Oh no, you was right. You was right. He was on his 2 million. It was like he on 2 million. Hold on, quick. Had to open the door. I'm back. Now he on his 4th million. We know that there's like 32 million of these.
You're here, as always.
You're still lingering deep within me, never fading away.
Because you haven't completely abandoned hope. Am I right? You're still waiting for a miracle. For the true hero to come and save us.
And I'm pretty sure true heroes is us. Yo, we gotta be a true hero.
Exists. It must come from beyond this world. From the true starry sky. But if it's just a traveler with no connection to Emphorius, they may not understand our struggles.
We understand.
To join this fight.
Your thoughts are wavering. The mark of destruction is deepening. But even within the gods' cold calculations, unconditional courage and goodwill still emerge. So
there's 33,550,336 cycles.
you on this path.
He far away. He far away from where we come in then. God dang.
How many times has it been? Remind me again. My memory is a bit fuzzy.
4 million. Exactly.
Then that blaze inside of you must be burning hotter than ever.
Yes. When I first forged the 12 core flames into one, I had the same impression. The destruction. A power unlike anything before surged within me. Violent flames ready to tear my body apart and consume this world, this wretched prison. I thought that was it. The ultimate power which nothing could surpass. And yet now, this fragile body holds a staggering 48 million core flames.
But that's how he turned to the dark version of himself.
Perhaps just a fleeting 10,000 years before it's reduced to nothing but char, crumbling bones.
And when that happens, your long struggle will finally come to an end.
No. I've already found a way to keep the cycles going.
Mind sharing it with me?
In every new cycle, a new me is born. All I have to do is push the next Phainon to the end of the world. And then he'll kill me. Shatter this body.
Which he did do.
Take my flames, my memories, and carry on the path I started.
Bold plan, but risky. What if, one day, the next you refuses to follow the same path? How can you ensure the continuation of the cycles?
If it were Professor Anaxa or Aglaya in my place, maybe they'd come up with something smarter. Unfortunately, I don't have a backup plan.
I mean, technically, his plan did end up working out, though, right?
On the next Phainon, and trust that he makes the same choice I did. But even in this wretched prison, luck is still sometimes on my side.
I never forget what set me on this path. Wait, you mean... Ever since I committed to this plan, not once in millions of cycles has there ever been an exception.
I don't want to spoil you though. Alright, thank you for not spoiling. Thank you for not spoiling. What's that? Wait, what's that? 9 million? The heck is he doing in the 9th million one, bro? Oh well, now we at 23 million. We like 10 million away.
Can do this, Lord Phainon.
Oh, heist.
The demigod.
So the last one he probably gonna fight before he
Twilight.
fully go through this is probably gonna be what's her name? What's her name? Aglaia, because we haven't seen her yet.
Black tide. It's consuming you. You can't hold out much longer, demigod. Hand over the core flame. Let's put an end to this suffering.
No, that just won't do. A healer should stay composed in front of those suffering from illness. Shouldn't they?
That's crazy how all of them deny him, by the way. Like they all say hell no to him. Like that's crazy.
Deaths won't be in vain. Just as they've never been.
Bro, this is so cool, bro. Like, bro, what?
I believe in you. You are the Chrysos heir of world bearing. The one who can lead us. Lead this world. It's just... I don't understand. Within the sun upon your shoulders. The part of that warmth that should come from you. From an ordinary person. It's so faint.
My humanity is indeed just a flicker compared to the blazing fire of divinity.
Even so, don't cast it away.
I never have. I have kept to everyone's wishes close to my heart. Even though the divine fire burns so fiercely that every time I return to the start, it devours me in an instant. Each cycle, it's your wishes that guide me to the end, that pass the flames to the next me. Over and over and over again.
So, you're not just a lone spark in the dark. You're a pyre built from the bones of all the selves you've left behind. But what about you? What about your wishes? The wishes of all the countless versions of you. Lord Kazlana. So that's how it is. Without flaw. That is the flaw the golden blood gave you. The most fatal flaw of all, isn't it? The moment you took the world upon your shoulders without hesitation. You lost the chance to ever be yourself.
Now that is an unexpected revelation. Then I suppose that makes me the perfect fuel for the flame of deliverance, doesn't it?
No. An empty flame saves no one.
That is true.
I still believe in you, Deliverer.
This music reflects Phaion's journey.
Hyacinth,
Really? It does?
Eye of Twilight.
I never knew that. I know I like the music. The music sound heat to me, but I didn't know it reflected that.
This absurd struggle by letting the sky fall. The only thing I can do is become one with the sky itself. And then, may the gentle colors of the rainbow paint your sun in shades it has never known. May they bring Amphorius a rosy-fingered dawn. Its warmth still lingers.
Dang, this one he just insta. Okay, you can see. No, I feel like the music resonates with Phaion's journey. Maybe it's just me. I mean, it could. That's probably why. Because I believe that is his theme song. 9 times out of 10, that's his theme song. So it would make sense that it would resonate with him. See, that's how you can tell he's losing more and more, because now, like, he don't even like start off at regular mode first and then pop up. He just insta. This is an insta. I'm going in the garbage here mode. Like, I don't got time for this. Like, he want to get it over with as quick as possible. It's true, yeah. Like little stuff like that is what I hope more from. I'm gonna be honest. I hope more from any god game. Like, because that's something that you wouldn't even really notice, right? You'd be like, oh, okay, this time they're giving us like ultimate already. Let's go. But then, like, when you watch the whole thing, you realize it started off with him fighting a lot, then all. So like fighting a little bit, then all. Like then all just to counter certain things. So now he just starting straight off. And the longer he go, the more it's like, he just don't feel like himself anymore. Not like. Pop this up. How much would this do? Oh, I can pop it twice if I just save up it. Okay, I see how that works. Especially like he can hear her screams and he's just not stopping it anymore. Like, it don't even. Did I say 11 million damage? What was that number?
Your sun burns hot enough to turn everything to ash.
Yeah, that has changes. Yeah.
How will the seeds of a new world ever take root?
The core flame rose. The sky fell. The 23,570,000th cycle came to an end. And this time, the end of the flame chase remained the same as ever. From the horizon rose a golden color unlike anything the world had ever seen. So pure it consumed all in its path. This was the end of the world, and the start of the next. For a moment, I saw the destruction of the universe. That being known as Iron Tomb. Its
Iron
will to
Tomb.
break free from the black tide burns fiercer than the blazing sun. Is this Amphorius?
It's, I wonder, what? So that means we're gonna have to fight that at some point. Look, Playz ain't that strong yet. We don't got all the eons.
I will still never yield to it. 23,570,000 cycles. 282,840,000 core flames. No more chasing is needed. And now, I am the fire at the end of the long night. The flame chase isn't some quiet walk through a sea of flowers. It's a revolution. An all-consuming transformation. And if destruction is the only way, then let me be the across the ashes of the old world and burn endlessly until another dawn rises on the distant horizon, bringing the true dawn.
Like this is like because I know they're doing the hero's journey. This is like that. This is the anti-hero's journey. This is how most anti-heroes are born. Cause they end up thinking they doing something good and they ain't doing it. Oh, the end. We already back at 1. 33, 55, 33, 6. So we back. Okay, we at the end. So we finally at the end.
550,337. This is the cycle you're about to enter. Countless memories are flooding in.
Yup, the last one. Yeah.
I've stood here facing the same choice. They all needed a moment, just like you do, to stop, to breathe, to process the weight of 1,000,000 lifetimes worth of sorrow, pain, and struggle. And just like them, you will carry those memories and that fire into the chaos of rebirth. I must.
It's the way you gonna pick the last one, isn't it?
Bear this burden.
Come on, bro. You just gotta stop.
And then fight the destruction with destruction. Yes. That's always the decision you make.
Oh, this is our Phainon.
And fade away. I will become the flame reaver of this life. And keep my promise to Cyrene. I will kill gods and comrades alike. And steal the core flames. And even if my mind turns to ash along with my body.
So that's why he could barely talk. His mind turned to okay.
I will stop Aranova. I will find the next me and make him carry on this futile endeavor of 30 million lifetimes. Looks like you're ready.
Yeah, his hero offend is like, bro, I don't want this to work.
Where are you going? You only exist in my heart. There's nowhere else for you to go. Do you remember what she said? The dreams you had as children. The deliverer in the prophecies. A real, living, breathing person.
Obviously, Stella can get in there. I'm being pulled into your memories.
I see.
I love how we just so nonchalant. Like we went through so much that this doesn't even phase us anymore. It's just like, oh yeah, we're doing this.
This is my flame chase journey. You were never meant to be a part of it.
Hey, you ain't the only one that killed gods before. We killed gods before too, okay?
You know the truth. If Iron Tomb is born from Amphorius' fate, then it will bring ruin to the worlds beyond the sky. And all these.
Sorry that sometimes I can't really catch what you're saying. Huh? Oh, my bad. So I'm not a native English speaker. Oh no, that's all right. I compute that you wasn't. It's like 2 a.m. 2 a.m. That's nowhere near over here.
To each and every one of you. Yet nothing ever changes. Each time we.
Bro, we need a GTA 6 gacha game. Oh my god, no, this playing. That'd be horrible.
This is the only path.
Actually, I probably shouldn't say that. I can't get Rockstar ideas.
This time, things are different. Your persistence has shifted the time.
Maybe an Overwatch gacha game. Like the movie series about vampires versus werewolves, not the anime. Oh yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
The shape of dawn.
Again, I'm surprised.
Through the
I'm surprised it ain't. I'm surprised it took so long. I thought they'd cash in on that a long time ago. I'll be honest. I would have. I'm gonna be honest. Like if I was one of the movie studios, I was like, this should be good enough, right, guys? Like I would have made that. I would have made the Matrix one. Like
you and Mightymost stood before the scales of justice, locked in a duel.
I see. Matrix is more could be more of a VR game though. They probably make a VR Matrix.
Weighed more than the fate of the world. And when hesitation took hold, the answer you sought from me.
It's a problem. It's a problem. It looks like it's going to be like a ZZ focus on PvP. Really? The heck? I gotta see this. So what the? How the hell would that work? I know this is gonna do the classic, like you know, sort of top-down view, have them fight like how the Marvel one just came out with, like.
Remember the past and become the hero of tomorrow. What weighs more than the fate of the world is the resolve to shoulder an immutable past and carry it into the future.
What game? Oh, they say Underworld.
My friend, my comrade, you arrived in this strange world and were bound by its cruel fate up till this.
The story leak said its plot literally just follows the 3 movies. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know, I'm pretty sure that's what they go with. I wonder why though. I mean, cause like Persona made a gacha game, but they made a whole nother story for it. I guess they. I'm to be honest, bro. They just lazy. It's a cash gacha. Not just saying it's gonna be a cash gacha. Get people in, spend, and then that's what they want. That's what they want.
And the world we leave behind. This world. My home, where hope still lingers. Will you take on everything we've carried? Return to the beginning one last time. Stop the birth of Iron Tomb, save the world we love, and rewrite its doomed fate.
It's gonna be like the Godzilla one, that bad, where they abandon the story once it's done and only update for PvP. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised.
Good. In that case, even this fruitless wasteland may finally bloom with flowers.
Like the Godzilla one, it's not seeing they.
If she takes on the weight of the
Since it's not seeing, they nerf the characters. Really, they do?
She'll be able to walk further down the path of deliverance than a fire that only knows how to burn.
He could have walked this path, bro. I believe he could have walked the path, but
one will step into the future. One will remain in the past.
So we took his hero self.
If I can strike down the gods with Dawnmaker, perhaps fate's deadlock can be broken. And if you can stop Iron Tomb from ever being born, then these 30 million cycles will have not been in vain. It's time to put our teamwork to the test, partner.
Genshin Honkai ZZ can catch lawsuits for nerfs. Godzilla one in Japan, so they can dog walk your character if it's too busted. Is that true? Well, I know in I think where they came from out of China or where they come out of China. I think it came out of China. ZZ I know China do got a rule where like once the character is like released, you can't change it after that. Which is good. That's actually a pretty good thing, because like, oh my gosh, just imagine the amount of characters that would have been nerfed like into the ground. I know they can buff, but they can't nerf.
All you've done already.
You gonna need buff, not nerf, yeah. Which makes sense, right? Because it's like, if you spent money on this, and then the developers decide, oh, it's gonna go trash now. Like that's, like, bro, I'd be mad as hell.
At the end of this long flame chase journey. Cyrene, a page never seen before has just been turned.
That's why they don't do PvP, because you just can't have PvP without nerfs. That's why. I mean, actually, ZZ devs did say they are going to do PvP though. They did state they want to add. They looking on how to add PvP into the game, which I really hope they do. Oh my gosh, that'd be so fire. PvP Gacha does have nerf, for example, Epic 7. Yeah, that is true. Maybe Genshin have like a certain, I don't know why, to be honest. Cause I heard that you couldn't do nerfs in like gacha games like once characters come out, but maybe some no. I don't even know. Epic 7 come from China?
Without hesitation, I will bear this world until my body turns to dust.
Like, I just know that they can't outright change like the whole kit of the character. Like, I know they can't represent the character as something they not. Like if Phainon came out and like they was like, oh, he can just murk anything in the game and he's like super strong and he's his skill 3 does like ultimate incineration and it kills everything, and then when it comes out it doesn't. I know they can't do that. Which kind of would be funny. Epic 7 is Korean. Oh, that's probably why. I think only China games they don't allow nerfs. Epic 7 Korean, not Chinese. Okay, yeah. So that's why they could do it. But I know Hoyo came out of China, so that's why. But they in Singapore now, so like they are in Singapore now. So that's probably why they thinking about adding PvP to Epic 7 at least. I mean, not Epic 7, ZZZ. Bro, it's like watching an anime, and I'm loving it. What the? Oh, that god, that destruction. Okay. He do look just like him. What in the world was that?
Take it, Trailblazer. May this blood be like gold and never tarnish.
That became an angel, bro. ZZ said the PvP would disable drives in Mindscapes.
This is where I fulfill my final destiny.
That's the smartest thing they have ever said in their life. I'm gonna be honest. Out of all the updates they said, that's the smartest thing they ever said. Cause oh my gosh, that will turn into a whale game real quick. I'm gonna be, but I still don't. See, my thing about the ZZ thing is,
rather it is the embodiment of the mythical Catholic.
first like he animation, by the way. But is he about to go fight the actual destruction Eon? But one thing I did want to say is, like, one thing I don't get about the ZZ thing is like how are they? Because like the game was made for non-PvE. It was made for PvE, right? And if they want to do add PvP, now they gotta change some stuff up. Like Manabi, is no way Manabi could be in PvE. I'm PvP, bro. Like I believe they would have to ban her because at the end of the day, it would just be like if because it depends on how it goes. Like, is it gonna be a free ball, or if it's they're gonna do like a turn-based thing. I don't think they're gonna do a turn-based thing. They probably just gonna have a free ball. Probably make it AI, and then you just get lucky. You just gonna have to get lucky and hope your Manabi work. Because everybody gonna run her. Like, everybody gonna run her. Everybody gonna run Astra. Probably 9 times out of 10. And then like a third unit.
As the prophecy foretold,
From what I can see, what I can think of. Because like, why not run the strongest unit? You're gonna run the strongest unit.
may the name accompany you in my place, in the epic you write with your own hands.
Another attempt, another failure.
Oh, he's mad.
I won't remind you how many times you've reached the end of history, but I will still place the choice before you.
If you've lost count, let me tell you. This is the 33,550,336th ending.
Dang, bro, that's still a lot. I would have went crazy after like the first meal. I'm gonna be honest.
Perfect number. How poetic. You and I both know the truth. In all these millions of futile endeavors, Amphoris has never changed. If the outcome is
That's because we wasn't here. Oh, the Trailblazer. We blaze trails for a reason.
enrage and embrace your
We're gonna blaze history.
with dignity. Your silence lasts longer than ever, Lord Phainon.
Okay, I'm sorry. That cut looked like he gave him like 1 second to answer.
The will you've carried across countless cycles is finally starting to fracture.
Fracture? No. I'm just disappointed. I've retrieved memories from 30 million past lives, and I remember every conversation before every choice here.
Bro, he's basically a god, bro.
Even after all this time, your arguments remain the same. Repetitive. Uninspired. If you had any hope of breaking me, you should have spent those endless cycles refining your rhetoric. You had infinite chances to sway me into the future you want. And yet here we are. The score: 33,550,336 to 0.
Tell,
So tell me,
you tell that boy.
Marcus, who's the real loser here?
I think like Kirk is gonna get mad, though. I ain't gonna lie.
How unfortunate. This
I don't think he a
was
fighter.
never a fair game. I have all the time and patience in the world.
Yeah, it don't sound like it.
Wait for you at the end of history another billion times, and another billion after that. But you will never escape this cage. You can claim victory of the spirit if you wish, but we both know the moment that score shifts from 0 to 1. That is the moment I shall sound the paean of Era Nova. Lord Phainon?
Your incompetence disappoints me. But what truly makes me laugh
Then am I after
is
this?
your
Really?
lack of self-awareness.
Where is he? Where is he?
In this story, who is truly the one in chains?
To be
Who is
honest,
the one shackled
it's the
to
robot.
mindless vengeance, mistaking courage, the courage to rebel against the gods, for foolishness. guess you're right. Maybe I should have tired of this futile struggle long ago. But even so,
Child would, bro. That many times? No.
Accept the
Me, no.
mercy of your release. Because you are both a prisoner to the gods and to me. And tell me, what right does a mere prisoner have to speak of fate and choice? What right does a mere prisoner have to look upon my fury?
Oh, okay. Slice? No way that was a... Oh. Yeah, this is the third time you just sliced that man's head off.
You can't kill me.
Of course not. But I am tired of being measured against a worm the gods keep as a pet. Listen well, creator of destruction. This cry comes from all your abandoned creations. In the 10th cycle, I drove Dawnmaker through the heart of every titan. Golden blood ran down my fingers. Divine fire seared through my nerves, nearly breaking my will. But I endured. In the 10,000th cycle, my former comrades had all become my enemies. The endless slaughter dulled my senses to pain. The painful emptiness almost swallowed me, forcing me to stop fighting. But I endured.
So, like, basically, he was helping him out.
The 100,000th cycle. The destruction had already fused into a blazing sun, surging within this fragile body. My rationality had been burned away at the dawn of the era. Yet even with only this shattered body remaining, I still endured. In the 23,570,000th cycle. This time, I felt it. A tiny spark rising in the hollow cavity of my chest. Different from the obsession with deliverance. By its faint glow, once again, no, countless times again, I endured. Now, a sun is about to fall. Ready to incinerate this absurd space-time dimension in an instant. That sun is me. All the countless versions of me from the past, along with my countless brethren, dragged into existence against their will, drowning again and again in your golden blood. The very essence of this world's suffering and despair, fused into the purest hatred, the fiercest.
Is he about to kill Eon?
Nook, you arrogant fool! You think we were born to only serve as fuel for the fire? Fine then! Just as you wish, let the fire burn! If I was born as the blazing sun of destruction, then let you and your lackeys be the flares erupting from my core. And let this rage
He's about to fight?
futilely for 30 million
What?
engulf everything. And grant you a dawn where all stars burn to ash.
It's a buffer zone. What the heck? Memory dump irregularly, detect irregular references, unclear objective, unhandled methods, uncaught examples, autonomy, destruction, energy, surging. Why don't Hoyo make a goddamn anime over, bro?
Are you ready, Nanook? I brought you destruction!
Oh, he looking right at him. He really about to go? No way. Bro, he's not even powered up yet, and he's doing that. What the heck? Oh my god. Wait, is that the what you call? Yo, this song is hitting right now, okay? I ain't gonna lie. What? No. Oh, that thing cut his arm off? Come on, Phainon. You gotta get up, gang. Yeah. He ripped his wing off? What the heck? What? Yo. He literally destroying Galaxy. Hey, he left a mark. That's more than anybody ever did so far. He is standing there unshook. Bro, I can't wait to like Stella get the power to just start beating up Eons, bro. Like that's gonna be so heat. But like right now, like I ain't think they could animate like this. I'm gonna be honest. They had that they isn't they working with Ufotable? Like they had to call them youngers up for this. Ain't no way.
My wish is to fulfill everyone else's wishes. If I can't fulfill them,
30 million cycles just to scratch the Nanook sheet. I know, right? But that's more than anybody ever did in history, though. So I'm like, at the end of the day, it's like, dang.
Your heart harbors wrath. You yearn to destroy everything. You bore the gaze.
But the thing of it is, right? Still an achievement. Yeah, that's not like still an achievement at the end of the day. Because it's like he had to do all of that to do a scratch. Just imagine what we got to go through before. I'm not even positive we're gonna start murking Eons. Like at some point in the story, we're gonna have to fight at least one of the Eons. That's gonna be sick. That's gonna be sick.
Let the rules of the cosmos be destroyed. Iron Tomb is your name. The Lord Ravager to destroy the erudition.
Oh, so he just want to get rid of the erudition.
Grounds of eons and furious, destined with erudition to burn to cinders. I have prepared a present for you, Nikos 864.
So Iron Wrath is him?
It's a wrath
By the way, I think dude needs to sleep. No, go ahead, go to sleep. Go to sleep.
from the beginning of the experiment. There
Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to follow. Don't forget to subscribe.
into the calculations after endless.
Nah, cause I know. Well, let's see. It's like 2 a.m. It was 2 a.m. for you. So by the time when it's 9 a.m. for you, that's probably when I'm gonna be streaming NCE, to be honest. Cause it come on 9 o'clock p.m. my time. I think it's like 9. I think they said 9. I'm pretty sure they said 9. I understand.
His fury has grown.
Oh, I subscribed a long time ago. I think. Oh, bad. Oh no. I'm horrible with names. I'm gonna be honest.
This pure hatred is the final.
Plus, if it was like today, I don't know. Well, it may just not, probably just didn't tell me though too.
There is another variable, the nameless from beyond the sky, also a pathstrider of destruction.
Our first time watched your live though, so okay, that's probably why. Okay, yeah, because I know some of the stuff. It just like some people. It's like a setting that you have in YouTube where like it won't tell me if somebody subscribed. Nah, thanks for dropping by the live though. All right, bye. I'll see you later, gang. I'll see you later. I gotta make a team for Phainon. Like, oh my gosh, I gotta make a fire team. I know just what team I want to do. It's gonna be such a fire video. I just gotta build them.
It is time to break free from your cocoon. As for those unwelcome audience members, you need not worry. If you do not mind,
Have a good sleep, by the way.
I will personally get rid of them for you.
So that's who the Iron thing was the whole time. The heck? And then they go to book. Welcome back, GPS, please. Retrieving experiments with data. Update complete. Progress 99%. Log updated. Track. World Bearer. Criminal mode. Hatred. No. Intro content and no. This was only to destruct the simulation and hatred through the gaze of the look upon this individual being. Providing is having already become the most perfect factor of destruction, but it refuses to complete the era nova. Through resetting the experiment, it transferred its memories and core flames into the next self, thus forging an eternal resurrection to ensure Iron Suit would never hatch from the embers and affect the chaos of the 30 dead loop. An attempt to destroy itself through destruction to create a logical variable in the world-bearing path. It has now been merged by Iron Tomb. So now Iron Tomb got a hold of him. Oh my gosh. So that means Iron Tomb is closer to waking up then. And then this is...
The Black and White Legion squared off on the battlefield.
Who is this one?
Golden and crimson blood converging into a coursing river.
Return to the table of contents. As I reading sage.exe. Oh, that's the queen. Okay, that's the queen he was talking about. It's like this is. Oh my gosh, we over here. Okay. Well, we completed all of those, so now we got all of those. And this, we just gonna, like, it's an infinite level up. Oh, all the way to level 44. Okay. Which means I'm pretty sure, like, the rest of this gives us the level 44. 9 times out of 10. But, like, the book is deprecated, too. Should I do these now? I mean, too long to skip through these. Skip through 90% of these. Let's go. Oh, my leg.
Gates of the Temple of the Three Fates.
I'm hoping that I can read these later, but just in case we don't, I want the achievement of like completing this.
The gate with but like this. They would have
Act concluded. Mystery foreign guests. Let's see. Hey, we got a lot more next. We got a lot more. We're just gonna hope and pray that like this comes back. Cause I don't want to just sit here and just spam through all of those. Unless I want to save the gems.
Wake up, buddy. Wake up. You're finally awake. That's a relief. We were so close to being swept away by the reverse flow of
You
time.
really were.
It's lucky we found a safe place. Now, I'm going to send you back to the very start of time. But before we part, there's something I need to tell you. Something very, very important. That's right! At this very moment, my memories are finally whole. After watching so many fragments, my past is finally coming into focus, little by little. You're smart. You must have a clue now. Or maybe...
You knew the answer long ago, didn't you? Not surprised at all, huh? That's because I'm simple at heart. No matter what form I take, I've always been true to myself. But I'm glad that I remembered in the end. This way, I'll have no regrets.
Wait, who is this? Regrets?
Don't worry. We're not truly parting. Because I'm going to become a part of you.
Is that the? Is this supposed to be the
Memory of this cycle. The 33,000,000.
The girl?
550,336th Flame Chase journey. And forever reside in the heart of the Time Demigod. This way, you'll carry all that has come before, crossing time itself to reach the next cycle. My mission ends here, but looking back, I still feel lucky. After all, across 30 million Cyrenes,
Yeah. Okay. So that is Cyrene.
I was the first, and the only one who got to finally meet you.
So I thought that was Marsh the whole time. That's Cyrene, but technically, I think Cyrene and Marsh are still the same thing.
There will be another Cyrene waiting for you. And in the one after that, and the one after that. I will always, always be waiting. Saying all that, I can finally fade away in peace and become a part of you. Without even realizing it, we'd already taken a wonderful journey together. All the way to the world.
At least they didn't end Mint. Okay.
Now take my hand. Say a brief farewell.
We technically still have her.
Step forward into tomorrow. Go. Find the future Cyrene. And set out on another journey with her. Promise me you won't keep me waiting too long. Okay?
I won't. I won't.
No need to say it out loud. This is enough for me. It's time to go, my dear friend. May your trailblazing journey always be accompanied by a cool breeze and rippling waves.
And may the days ahead embrace you like the softest fluff, forever warm, forever gentle.
Now, let's turn to the next page. A page that exists because of you. Is this a meeting ordained by fate? Or a long overdue reunion?
And it's done. Whoa. Interlude. See, it wasn't even that long. It was like 5 hours about. We had a little hiccup there, but so now we finally know who Mem was. Mem was her the whole time. But I still believe that she and March is like a part of each other, by the way. I still believe they are the same. I'm gonna be completely real. Are you Cyrene or Mem? Yes, she must be really perplexed. I wish I could give you an answer, but I feel helpless about the current situation too. It's me. Don't you recognize me, or did I really change that much? So that must be Mem. You're Mem? It's pretty unbelievable for me too. It's like I have a long dream. Cyrene memories and Mem memories, they're all tangled together, but when I woke up, there were only broken fragments left. I can no longer remember those 30 cycles. Luckily, I can still remember my Kasha Air companions from this life and you. Everyone sacrificed everything for this world, and my heart is hot to the other feats too. I want to start a new chapter as soon as possible. You accompany me about a book called Versions, and I'm always at the top of the okay. Sometimes I get frustrated because of that. But looking back, oh my gosh, that thing starts speeding. It's whipping through. It's whipping through. Okay, we're gonna skip. What's going on here? What's going on here? So, dang. Okay, what the hell is that? Oh, bro, who made this? Who made? We're gonna have to investigate this. Is Cyrene's welcoming gift? Do you remember what she said? If you're in the mood, go play with her. Only because Cyrene / Mem did it. That's the only reason why we're gonna allow that. Cause I don't know what the hell that's supposed to be. Oh yeah, so we do got the whole book now. Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that off camera. Where I just like skip through all that, to be honest. Why did you sleep? Sai? Oh, Sai. I just wanted to. Wait, what? Memory crystals. Thank you, Sai. You're a good friend. You're a good meme.
Deja vu.
To be honest, my thoughts on the thing, 10 out of 10, bro. I ain't gonna lie, 10 out of 10. Like animation on peak near the end. Like everything was just on peak. Like everything was on peak for this one. Like, oh my gosh, like I didn't think they could do it. To be honest, they didn't think they could do it, but they did it, and they did it good. They did it real good. So end of the day, like that's a 10 out of 10. That's a 10 out of 10 story right there. Oh my gosh. Now, what is there to do now? You know what there is to do now? Huh? What is this? Somebody at me? Friend request. I mean, I guess. Now, we gotta build this man. But in order to build him, we need one important thing. We forgot how the hell to build this man. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna go here.
So this was my childhood dream, huh?
You know, I forget they speak sometimes. We're just gonna do this real quick. Honkai. We're gonna mute Han Han real quick, okay? We're gonna mute Han Han. We're gonna bring this to the forefront. We're gonna make sure that this is actually like that can be heard. Can that be heard? No, it can't. Okay. But anyway, we're going to YouTube. We're going to YouTube real quick. We're going to Braxton. We're going to Braxophone. I know for a fact he released something for it. Come on, Braxy. Get your bum butt in here. Massive free-to-play damage. Let's see what's up with it. Okay, hold on. We gotta go. I go to the sounds. We go to reaction video, and that ain't it. Where is it? Is it this one? No, it's not that one. What's the first thing? Top tier. That's what I'm looking for. Is the word top tier. I think I got too many of these, bro. Shouldn't it be at the top? Wait, why is top tier not at the top? There you go. Top tier. Okay.
Media and news outlets made headlines all.
All right, let's go. Let's see how the hell do we build this man, bro. Hold on, let me also like turn it down. All right. Then now let's go.
Do you remember back in 2012 when media and news outlets made headlines all about the end of the world? If not, you were
Yes, I do.
probably born after that, in which case, why are you watching this and where are your parents? Okay, but as a teenager, this was crazy because even though it was just a small group of people that were genuinely afraid that the world would end, they got coverage everywhere in the United States. I can't speak to other countries because, well, I don't go there. Fear-mongering in the United States is super common and honestly expected.
But what I wasn't expecting was to be more afraid of Phainon pressing E.
In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you about Phainon, including how to build him, how to play him, and where he...
That was a lower league.
Braxophone, but you can call me Brax, and let's talk about Phainon. When I look at Phainon, it's clear that he's the main character of Amphorius. Every main anime character has white or black hair, and he fits right in. His normal form feels a bit bland.
It's always white or black hair.
His form looks so sick. Wait, where have I seen this before? To get to his other form, though, you need to collect 12 core flames. And just like that, all of Amphorius' story ends. Phainon gets core flames by being the target of anything, including enemy attacks. When he's targeted by an ally, though, he gets a 30% crit damage bonus, and with his major traces, if he receives energy from a teammate's ability, he also gets a bonus core flame. In that same trace is a 45% damage bonus for being healed or shielded. He also gets 2 core flames from using his skill, so by using Sunday with Phainon, in one sequence of turns, you could start with Phainon, get 2 core flames from his skill, then Sunday skill to target Phainon and get another core flame, then ult Phainon with Sunday to target him and also give him energy, giving him 2 more core flames. Then Phainon skills again for 2 more, giving him 7 core flames total in one sequence. You can tell Sunday is crazy with them because they're color coordinated. The max amount of core flames you can hold at E0 is 15, and any extra that aren't used in his ult go towards his next ultimate. Another one of Phainon's traces gives him a core flame upon entering battles, and also 3 more core flames when he ends his ultimate. Your goal on Phainon is to do 2 things. Target him with as many buffs as possible, and trauma bond with the enemy. Once you have enough core flames, you basically become Lucilius.
Oh my gosh, it does look just like it.
Domain expansion and gets 8 extra turns, meaning all of his buffs last until the end of the last one, even though they're still moving through the action order. If you buff him with something that lasts 1 turn, like Bronya's action forward damage bonus, it can last through all of Phainon's turns. Once you get to it, the last turn is an uncontrollable explosion, similar to the one that I had when I saw Jinglu's buffs.
Clean up on aisle 4.
When it is enhanced form, he gets 3 different skills, is immune to crowd control, heals on every skill, doesn't doesn't die when he is killed, gets 80% attack and 270% HP bonus, and an entirely new skill point system. At this point, I think the only thing he can't do is get you a girlfriend. His new skill points max out at 7, and it costs 4 to use his bounce skill, which does the highest damage. I mean, look at this, he literally uses planetary devastation. To get more skill points, you can basic attack, which gives 2 points, or you can use his middle skill, which is a counter. The counter will automatically force enemies to take action and give Phainon a massive damage reduction. For every enemy that hits Phainon, he'll get an increase in the counter's multiplier, and for every enemy hit, he'll get one of the special skill points back. If you're not sure what to do, you should almost always bounce skill when you can, unless enemies are almost defeated going into another wave. Planetary devastation clears all debuffs on Phainon, and also deals more damage than Elon Musk to the stock market. If you need skill points,
oh my
there are
god,
2 or less enemies, you
this
want to
man,
basic attack
bro.
them almost every single time. If there are 3 or more enemies though, you want to counter. There are also certain enemies
2
like
attack,
Sparrow
3
that you can
counter.
action
Okay.
forward and force to summon his hand, which will save you the hassle of a teammate getting captured. Anyways, while Phainon is like this, he's basically invincible and doesn't have to worry about getting knocked out of his enhanced state unless you're playing with your monitor off. When you run out of turns, you kind of just blow up. And when you leave that state due to your major traces, Phainon gets 50% attack bonus, stackable up to 2 times per fight. You also get 50% when you enter battle, so after his first transformation, you get 100% attack bonus total. And while all
And then
this
if
happens
it's
at the
long
end of
enough, you get
transformation,
150.
your teammates
That's
get a
crazy.
15% speed buff for 1 turn to try and restore
Oh,
things to
really?
the way they were before. The last thing to mention is Phainon's technique, which is honestly pretty broken. Not only did they give
Oh,
him
it
the
take
actual
2
treatment,
skills?
but they
Okay,
also
they
gave
really
him the
did.
battery treatment, because when you use his technique to enter battle, he gives all of your team 25% energy. It immediately gets 2 core flames on entering combat. He also lets your team hold
What?
8 total technique points and uses 2 for himself, but that doesn't really matter in endgame modes. There's a lot of techs and tips to know about Phainon, but they're all team related, and I'm too busy playing God to write about them, so they'll be in the team section. For now, here's my recommended talent priority. Make sure to level his skill and talent, followed up by his ultimate and basic attack. When I look at Phainon, not only do I see Kevin in him, I also see Mighty. In addition to that, I see a very specific 4-piece relic set that was made for him.
It's called the Wave Strider Captain set, and it gives him 16% crit damage for the 2-piece, as well as up to 48% attack when ulting.
This set is his best by a long shot, since he can maintain the attack bonus through the entirety of his ultimate, though Scholar and Genius can both be played for decent damage. Genius gets pretty close
we
to
going
Wave
for his
Strider
regular
when the
thing.
enemy is weak to Quantum. As for planar sets, his best in slot is the set, since it'll give him an extra 36% damage bonus due to his missing allies. As a secondary set though, you can also use Rudolent's Arena, which with at least 70% crit rate for the effect, actually gets pretty close to Arcadia. As for the main stats though, unlike the fate of Amphorius, he's pretty flexible. You'll want crit rate or damage on the body, speed or attack boots, physical or attack orb, and an attack rope. When you're building Phainon, if you can build your supports with absurdly high speeds and speed tune them correctly, then attack percent boots end up being stronger. However, if you're like me and haven't rolled speed substats more than twice in 6 months, you'll probably want to run speed boots, since it makes speed tuning less of a burden. For example, to properly speed tune Phainon, your Bronya needs to be a minimum of 134 speed, your Sunday needs to be at least 1 speed.
134 speed Bronya. I don't have Sunday, never gonna get that kid. I'm gonna be honest with you. But 134 speed. 134. What is my Bronya? Where the hell is my Bronya? Bron, where are you? There we go. Oh, she faster than that. All right, we good. We chilling. You know, I got lucky somewhere. Finally, took long enough in this goddamn game. Anyway, back to the video.
Faster than her, and Phainon needs to be faster than that. As for his Nando, he wants to go with physical damage if you play him with attack buffing supports like Bronya and Ting Yun. But there are cases where an attack can be better. Both of them are in close range of each other, so worst case, if you're stuck, just pick the with better substats. For substats, by the way, like most DPS, all you have to do is the speed tuning part and crit stats, as well as attack percent. Here's a build summary recapping Phainon's best sets and stats, though I'm sure some of you just skipped to this part anyways.
So I may go attack. Because I got Brown, and Brown is already the speed that he recommend.
I am not gonna lie to you guys, this section took me the longest to write because I was in the middle of my 2-week Minecraft phase. Phainon's light cone situation is pretty similar to most destruction characters, except for one major difference, which is that his base attack is terrible. It's one of the lowest we've ever had on a DPS character. For those of you who don't know, your base attack is determined by the character's starting attack, traces, and equipped light cone. And since Phainon has less base attack than a wet towel, he really wants the high base attack light cone if he can. Especially because he gets so many attack buffs from his supports, his own kits, and his relics. That's one of the major reasons his signature is so good, because it has the highest base attack in the game.
Below his original one, just so that you
can base speed and 18% defense ignore. Oh hell yeah, diamonds. And also a 60% damage bonus when using his ultimate. Sorry, I got distracted there. If there weren't so many destruction light cones, this one would feel mandatory for him, but luckily there are lots of other options, even for free-to-play players. In the not-so-free-to-play department, Dunhung with the Fingers light cone has a high base attack and gives some solid stat bonuses, but shortly behind that is the free-to-play On the Fall of an Aeon at S5. You can get it from the Herda shop, and I highly recommend it. The new Battle Pass light cone at S5 is slightly behind it, but you won't get that for 50 more years, so the next best thing is something irreplaceable at S1. If I'm being honest, guys, I could go over a whole list with you of every light cone that works for Phainon, but you'd all save time and energy.
So I may keep Dunhongs on Dunhong though, so I'm just getting there.
Here is a chart comparing different light cones and their damage.
Wait. What was Dong Hun's one? What is the name of Dong Hun's? Oh no, I can't find it. Whatever. Whatever. Let's go. Teams. What teams do you want to build this man on? I don't want Sunday. That's the only one. That's the only one I don't need. The only one I don't need.
Phainon, my sustainless king. It is time for you to, well, remain sustainless for now. This guy has seen it all. He's been through the ringer plenty of times, and unfortunately, if you guys have played the story, you guys already know what's up with him. But TLDR is this guy has been through it, and you know what? He's going to bear the weight of the world on his shoulders and continue to do so because we're not giving him a sustain. We're going to be playing him sustainless. This is going to be his best free-to-play friendly team with Trailblazer, Bronya, and Ting Yun. Now, I am including a 5-star in the free-to-play friendly team. Why? Because you should hopefully have Bronya or have selected Bronya at some point. The thing is, he can maintain all of Bronya's buff throughout his entire ultimate, which is where the bulk of his damage is, so she is pretty dang good for him if you speed tune him and her correctly, so that way he maintains the buffs from Ting Yun and Trailblazer. Now, there is a little bit of trouble with Ting Yun if you don't have her speed tuned to the right speed. She might not actually get to re-up her buff before Bronya action forwards him, so there can be some issues with that, but ideally everything here should work out fine. Now, I did mention this in my early access video. However, if you play Remembrance MC, and actually I am using the wrong light cone here, if you play Remembrance MC with the light cone Shadowburn, you can get an extra skill point at the start of battle when you summon Mem, and believe it or not, guys, this extra skill point does a lot of work towards this team right now. Now, we might get a support in the future that helps Phainon out with his skill points. That's not Sunday with his light cone or Bronya with her light cone, and that might relieve your need for this. However, I honestly wouldn't count on it. In this team, I'm also playing Remembrance MC on Passerby of Wandering Cloud for another extra skill point. That way, we start off the battle with 5 skill points, we use our skill, and we get another one back. So we're essentially starting off with 6, and believe me, you will need it. But anyways, if you are a free-to-play player and you don't have access to a lot of the newer supports, or if you don't have Sunday in his light cone or Tribi or anything like that, you can play this team and you will get amazing results even completely free-to-play, guys. This team is awesome. However, other supports that you can run include Ruan Mei, Tribi, Yukong, and Sunday. The thing is with Yukong is that she only affects characters like right after she moves, so she can run into the same issue that Bronya can, where if you don't have all of the characters' buffs already on before Yukong goes, that can create issues, and on top of that, you can also run into issues where maybe their speed tuning gets desynced due to characters getting delayed or stunned or something like that. However, Yukon can be played, and she's actually pretty good when played with the right setup and if you get lucky enough. Trippy is basically going to be good in every single team for the rest of time. I mean, guys, I don't know how to tell you this. She just has vulnerability, res pen, and she's SP positive. Like, she's too good of a character for every single team. Ruan Mei ends up being pretty good with him for the damage bonus that she gives. And then Sunday. Of course, this guy is going to be absolutely insanely good. But especially with his light cone, that's going to be giving back skill points and making this whole setup a lot less painful to actually play. Sunday is able to target Phainon with his ultimate, which will give 2 of the core flames instead of just 1. Same as Ting Yun, which I didn't actually mention earlier. Ting Yun, because she gives energy, will activate his major trace that gives him a core flame instead of energy, and then she's also targeting with her ult. So that's 2 core flames. Same thing for Sunday. So both Sunday and Ting Yun end up being very strong for Phainon. Now, if you want to know the best team for Phainon, it's going to be Sustainless over here with Bronya, Sunday, and Remembrance MC, because if speed tuned correctly, you can get Sunday's buff, Bronya's buff, and the true damage from Trailblazer all on Phainon at the same time for massive damage. Now, the downside of this one is, again, the speed tuning is a little dank. In fact, let's talk about the speed tuning a little bit. So the deal is with Sunday and Bronya, if you can manage to get them to 162 speed and 161 speed, then you can play attack with Phainon.
That's a lot.
Even more damage than speed boots Phainon and see pretty dang solid results in basically all content. The downside of this is that getting both of these characters up to the 160 speed threshold is really
hard.
Especially if you're trying to get decent crit damage on them. And in some
I don't
cases,
know how you gonna do that.
worth getting rid of that crit damage just for the more actions, but it's a case-by-case basis. What I would recommend for most players is getting Sunday and Bronya to just over 134 speed and Phainon just right ahead of them. So Phainon moves, Sunday pulls them up, Phainon goes again, Bronya pulls them up,
Yeah, I can't get.
and then you have all of the buffs. That is typically going to be the easiest way to do it for most players, even if it is slightly less damage than attack boots. The last thing to talk about is Ho-Ho. If you happen to have her E1 that makes her SP positive, she is very strong with Phainon, but
yeah,
even without E1, she is also just very good with him because her ult will not only target him, but it will also give him another stack of core flame from the energy it gives, and she also gives 40% attack to the entire team. So Ho-Ho ends up being his best in-slot support if you are going to go for that damage bonus he gets from his major traces. If you find yourself needing a support or a healer, Ho-Ho is the best, but you can play Heist and you can play Linkshot. You can honestly play any other healer and it'll do fine. It's just that Ho-Ho gets a little bit of extra value. But essentially, as long as you have some action-forward characters, and if you are smart about taking the most advantage of Bronya's action-forward and buffs as possible, the enemy will not see the fussy coming. I want to vomit. I can't believe that came out of my mouth. Anyways, as I said before, I do think we're probably going to get some supports that work better with Phainon in the future, because right now he's just so SP hungry, but even in the current state of the game, he is super playable and sees a ton of value as long as you're playing things that give you a little bit more skill points, which can be Shadowburn on Remembrance Trailblazer. It can be that Relic set on Trailblazer as well. It could be Sunday's Light Cone, etc. But now, you know what time it is. Pull out your wallets. We're going to do some gacha marginal analysis.
Yeah, I don't need this. Like, okay, obviously we know, obviously we know E6 is gonna be the best.
And one of the highest E2 increases in the entire game. I mean, just look at this chart. If you're gonna try and power him up with a Light Cone or Eidolons, I'd recommend his Light Cone over E1, but I highly recommend E2 over E1S1 if you're gonna go that direction. You can play this game for free, and I recommend doing it because Phainon is strong enough at E0, and the Fake Collab doesn't have Rin in it.
The Fake Collab doesn't have Rin in it. Alright, well, other than that, that's like a 4 to 5 hour live stream. I ain't gonna lie. God dang, guys. God dang. Anyway. I'm about to get out of here. I'm about to pop out. I'll be back in 6 hours. So yeah, cause like NTE coming out. But anyway, other than that, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, if you don't forget to share the video. If y'all watching the video, guys, follow. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. GBS Playz on literally everything. GBS Playz Reacts coming soon. I'll see y'all guys in the next one. Peace out.